he was Socrates' student, Plato. I like his book, The Republic, a lot. When he talk about the cavern and everything, you have the knowledge, the word of intelligence, like you say in French. Sorry, I don't have all the translation in English, but I think if you know what I'm talking about, you will understand what I'm talking about. But then you also have, there is also something that Plato talks also about, was la réminiscence. La réminiscence in French, like remember something that you have already done. That's something that you probably have done in the other world, I will say, because we are souls, we are spirits. And I like it a lot when you talk about the reminiscence, because the reminiscence is like remembering something that you have done before, not in this present world, like not in your flesh now, but something that what I understand is like your soul already has something that you are going to perform and do it or practice in this world of the human that we are. And the reminiscence is just remembering what you used to do. I probably give an example. Is probably someone who's good at painting. And that person is good at painting, and people will say, oh, you are very talented. Oh, you are a very good painter, and so on. But that person, his soul already, his spirit already had it in him before he came to, the common living. We say that in French, in English? And it's the same thing that the Bible say in Jeremiah. He said to Prophet Jeremiah that I knew you already before you were born. That's what the Bible say in Jeremiah. He said, I knew it before you were born. I already made you a prophet, and I already established you to speak and so on. Okay? To build, to speak the words as a prophet. He taught to God say to Jeremiah. So before he was born, Jeremiah was already a prophet, and he became a prophet in the world of the common living. Yeah. So I think there is something in us that we have, and sometimes our parent, and most of the time our parent in Africa, has a way to influence our choice. And I have to say that because my parents did the same. I told you about my story when I want to draw, I want to be in art, and my mom told me, you want to be in art? Because the thing is, in Africa, artists are not living from there. They used not to live from their arts. So people didn't want to see you living miserable. So most of the time they will say no. And on the other side, I had my father who really wanted me to be in science, which I wasn't a person of science. I was really more comfortable in literature, and that's another thing. So yeah, so you have this, and I felt like, and all the things that I went through had probably also influenced me a lot, not in a good way. So you live the life of someone else instead of living your own life, and this is very dangerous because you need to fulfill what God has put in you. And that's why in the Bible, they talk about the talent, and what God expects from us is to multiply our talent. And if you are doing something that is not yours, my God, you are living a very unhappy life. So for that reason, I decided to take responsibility and do whatever I need to do. On the other note, I have other books also that I bought. And yeah, because by the time I'm waiting for the monk who saw his Ferrari, I'm also watching people who are trying to influence my mindset, people who have been good in what they are doing. I try to eliminate things that are not really positive for me, that doesn't build me a lot, that don't build me a lot. And I realized that everything in life is about discipline. And I don't know what is the secret of that, what secret in the discipline life, but there is something about being disciplined, and it will be very interesting to know why. Your spiritual life, discipline, being disciplined. And for example, like, I remember watching a day of training, training, you say, of Serena Williams when she was still playing tennis. And I was amazed. There are people who amaze me a lot are athletes, because athletes have a kind of life that we should be very inspired to. Their body, they discipline their bodies a lot. They discipline their body a lot for what they want to achieve. The way they eat, the way there are so many things they do, because their body is like a consecration for the activity in sport that they are doing. And I saw how she woke up very early in the morning. She had to run. She had to do this. She had to do that. And it's very interesting to see how athletes, live. And usually when an athlete doesn't have a good life anymore, you will see the downfall of his career in sport. And like, for example, you have athletes who are always after women and drugs. You will see that his career will not work anymore. And success is also in discipline. And in the Bible also, Apostle Paul talked about living a life and do like an athlete, like he control his body and do stuff like, running as like an athlete. And these people really impress me a lot. Athletes, they impress me a lot. Their life impress me a lot. And discipline, since it's a lifestyle and it's not easy at all to do, and it's special. What it is in it is special. So I'm trying to really remove what I not really need to watch or to see, anywhere around me, or people who really don't bring much in my life. I don't want them, It's this toxic, negative environment, everything. So I have 2 others that will be coming in us, okay? So which are the books that I have here?